What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com. And this is my episode of Profiles, when I get to sit down with wonderful people and people that you may not know, but I know. And I think that, I just played that. I'm going to introduce you to them. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to a woman who has a heart that pumps HBCUs, who's an advocate in the community because it's in her bloodline, Dr. Joan Coker. Dr. Joan, how are you doing?
I am well. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. I really appreciate your time and space. That means a lot.
No problem.
One thing my dad said, a man could get money back, but he can't get his time.
Not at all.
So for you to just give me your time, I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure.
So you come from a family of advocates. Education, people that value education more than almost anything in life. And your mother that is well renowned in on the East Coast and West Coast worldwide. And that's BB Coker.
That's BB Coker.
BB. What's it like being BB's baby girl?
It is just fun because the thing about Mom is she doesn't push and she doesn't pull because at the core of who she is an artist. Mm-hmm. But then there's that little warrior side that just fights for the rights of everyone to get a great education.
Say it again.
So it's a great balance, and she told us we can be whatever we want it to be. So we were never in any kind of pigeonhole like you need to do this or you need to do that. My older sister is a nurse. My younger sister was the CEO of tourism in Philly, and now she's the CEO of tourism in San Diego. So it's just, you just keep climbing and just bring somebody with you. That's all she mandates.
So let me get this right.
Let's go.
A house full of girls.
House full of girls.
Growing up. Education, civil rights.
Civil rights.
What other things were you introduced to at a younger age?
The arts. My mom actually had a play that was at the DuPont Theater called Moti Miss Anne, and it was also off Broadway in New York. So for my 16th birthday, I'm in New York with my mother. Diane Carroll is on this side. Felicia Rashad is on this side, and they were at the premiere. Debbie Allen, all of them. It was at the Amos Theater. It was amazing. It was amazing in New York City. And it's so funny because the entire premise of the show was what Driving Miss Daisy was all about and what The Help was all about. Because my grandmother on my father's side, they were domestics. Right. And we would help them clean homes in Swarthmore. That's what I did as a kid. When I would come home from college, I would go and help my grandmother just so that we could get home faster. I knew if I helped upstairs and she did downstairs, we could get home faster. Flash forward on the other side, my mother's mother is a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh, and she taught French all her life. And her sister went to MIT. Yeah. So you had the best of both worlds, and you understood the essence of servanthood and that there's no one that's better than the other, but it's about how you carry yourself in whatever position in life you find yourself. Yeah. It's all about how you carry. My grandmother was a domestic by day, but on Sunday morning she was the pastor's wife and was on the front row, you know. So, and my grandfather was a minister, of course. So it was just interesting. It was an interesting dynamic, and all of that inside of the three of us, and we have a younger sister, Aisha, from my dad's other marriage. So we all got it, and we got the essence of family. Yeah. I know your mom, and then we was talking about earlier, mom's straight advocate for education. Straight advocate. Like tied, literally chained to the Board of Education, like nobody gets in and nobody gets out. This is when we were kids. Yeah, and one thing you won't do, and I hear your mom talk about it all the time. Right. You're not going to do this to my babies. Not at all. And she's not talking about the four girls. Correct. She's talking about her babies, black and brown babies. Correct. Yeah. So with that, growing up in that household, I could only imagine what it was like. It had to be beautiful. It sounds like it was beautiful. It was amazing. So and you're a alum of Tuskegee. I am. Graduated in '86. Correct. I did some research. There you go. Graduated in '86. But we also have some other amazing women that graduated in '86 as well. That's right. Felicia Rashad. Right? Yeah, I'm not sure if Felicia Rashad is, but Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama. We're all born in '64. I think Michelle may have been bumped up in second grade or something. Yeah. But yeah, that's all of us. And we're talking about Kamala Harris, absolutely, Vice President.
Kamala
Amazing.
Harris,
Yep.
who is also a part of the organization that you're a part of.
Yeah, she's
the
a
Links.
link. She's a link. She's in the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She's a link.
There you go.
She's an HBCU grad. It's just incredible. And so she understands service and sisterhood because that's what all of those organizations represent. Just
Right.
the best of who we have, giving back to the community. At no expense spared, you know,
Right.
doing what is necessary, doing the heavy lifting, be it voter registration, feeding the hungry, you know, educating kids, whatever that is.
Right.
And we have a huge HBCU initiative, and we take care of our HBCUs.
And let's stay on that for a minute. I want to stay on the links, and then we'll jump over to HBCUs.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit more, and the people that's watching or listening by podcast.
Yes.
What is the Links organization?
The Links organization is a group of dynamic, motivated women that understand the importance of service and sisterhood. And as of 2021, we will be 75 years old, founded in Philadelphia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And the links they're filled with lawyers,
God.
doctors, physicians, educators,
just women that
serve.
Correct. That serve in great capacity.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so we are collectively, we are pretty much the Pan-Hellenic Council, but who we are at heart, the essence of who the Links are as a body,
Right.
is a group of women that can't stop, won't stop, and just get it done.
So-
daily.
So when people hear the word links, what do you want them to associate the links with? What should they associate the links with?
With power, sisterhood, service. Because we are an organization that goes right into the heart of the community, sees what the needs are, and we do everything that we can to meet those needs.
Right.
That's what we do.
And on the women that are in the links, a lot of them are HBCU grads.
A lot of them.
A whole bunch of them.
The whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of them.
And with that, what are the links doing with Delaware State University?
So the links, we are, you know, just meeting the needs. So
Right.
Tony Allen sent out the signal when the pandemic hit, and we understood that kids were sitting in parking lots trying to get Wi-Fi service. We knew that many of them were hungry. Many of them had nowhere to go.
Right.
Because many of the students were from New York, where you can't send them into a city that is riddled with disease. So we had to keep some of the dorms open,
Right.
and we needed to help him fund that.
Yeah.
And we helped him with that lift.
Yeah. So shout out to Tony Allen.
Shout out to Tony Allen.
We need like a marching band in here or something.
We do.
Because Tony Allen has changed Delaware State University.
Absolutely.
And I have to say, you should have been a Hornet. I'm DSU all day. I love DSU. DSU is the reason I am who I am. They made this media animal.
love it.
You know, so
I love it.
So we can't wait till we can start giving that scholarship $30,000-$40,000 to DSU students just because we
Oh, my
love them
God.
as well.
Great.
HBCU pandemic. How do you feel that the pandemic affected HBCUs?
Oh, it's just like it affected the African American community in general.
Right.
Just wreaked havoc. You know, because you're talking about a group of institutions that get maybe 1/5 of the endowments that majority institutions get.
Yeah.
So you are trying to make it.
Right.
You don't have that funding available like many do. So the question is, how do you survive? And that's a question that I posed to one of my partners in business, Dr. Neil Hochstein. He went to a group called Testing for America, which I'm on the advisory council for, and they thought it not robbery. So you got a group of scientists, they're some of the most brilliant minds all over the nation, that have a testing protocol that can get you results with an accuracy to the letter in 34 hours. And they said, you know what? We're going to start this company in this country funding COVID testing for HBCUs.
Whoa.
Who does that?
That's major.
It was major. It was and continues to be. And here's what's great. So I could call Wayne Frederick because I met him when he was a medical student and I was a surgical intern at Howard.
Right.
And I said, Wayne, this is what's happening. He said, Joan, I'm all set. We've got our funding. Let the schools that really need it get the money. So
Right.
that's the love. That's the love of HBCUs. I don't need it. Somebody else will. Make sure they get it. He could have taken it because it's just more money.
Right.
But he understood, and we understand, stratify, that some schools are going to need it just a little more than others. And sure enough, you've got Bezos' wife donating.
Yeah.
You've got, you saw what just happened with the former mayor of New York giving to the medical students. I mean, it's just been incredible because everybody gets it at the same time as a result of the pandemic.
So what else has DSU done to succeed through this pandemic?
So we've done testing, and those students have risen to the challenge. So what I mean by that is we do twice a week testing for everybody on the campus, not just the students, professors, cafeteria staff, everybody. Everyone gets tested. We've done over 11,000 tests since July 31st.
Twice a week?
Twice a week.
What's those numbers look like?
Incredible. Less than 1% positivity rate. And that has nothing to do with us.
Right.
It has everything to do with these students meeting the magnitude of the moment. We said to them, we can test you, but it's going to be up to you to social distance, wash your hands, wear your mask, look out for one another.
Educate.
Take care of one another.
Right.
Be there. Understand that it's bigger than just you so that we can all stay in this bubble and get it done together. And they've done it. I'm proud of them.
Now, with that, with Delaware State success, do you think other HBCUs will set that table?
Absolutely. 100%. Because they get it. They get it. It's a different kind of student. It's necessary for us. It's more than school. It is home away from home. HBCUs are a feeling. They're not a location. They're a feeling.
They're a feeling?
They are. I mean, you can't say Tuskegee without smiling.
Oh, come on.
You can't say Howard without smiling. You can't say DSU. It's a feeling.
You're absolutely right. And you know what was so crazy is every time you talk to someone that went to an HBCU,
they smile.
You can say, the first HBCU in the country, the first year, they're proud.
Proud.
What was your favorite memory of HBCU?
Oh my God, it's homecoming. Hands down, it's homecoming.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because everybody comes back. Who has any idea what the score is? We just watch the band. We hug each other. We eat. And it's just a love fest.
I remember at Del State, there was the circle.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
What was it for the student hangout?
It was the yard.
It was the yard, right.
The yard.
Right.
Kappas, AKs, Deltas, Zetas, Groove Phi, Groove, Qs.
You said Groove Phi.
You know what I'm saying.
Right. When you went to Tuskegee, see the memory, you feel that?
I loved it.
When you went there, right? And was that your first time being introduced to AKAs or
No. No, my grandmother pledged AKA at the University of Pittsburgh. So when she died, when she passed away at 102, she was the oldest living AKA in the country.
Get out.
My mom's sister pledged AKA at Hampton. Tell me why mom went to Morgan and pledged Delta. Help me with that.
What's that like, Thanksgiving? What's Thanksgiving like when your mom's a Delta and you're an AKA?
Let me tell you something. My sister's a Delta too. Laurie pledged at Tuskegee. So we're on the same campus.
Right.
She pledges Delta. They had a fit when I pledged AKA. I just got the family back on track. So now nobody's saying anything because Kamala Harris is an AKA and we're here to go to the White House. Crickets.
How many sorority sisters out there going to vote?
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, between the Links, the AKAs, the Divine Nine, I'm just saying the Divine Nine.
Right.
All HBCUs, we are all in this together.
Yeah.
And it is major.
Major.
It's over.
What do you think other HBCUs need to do to succeed with this whole pandemic?
All they need to do is understand the culture of caring. Do what we've always done.
Right.
Lead by example.
Right.
It's our time.
Right.
And the good news is the young people have created this moment in history. I mean, we thought they were disengaged. We thought they were aloof. We thought they were unaware. And look what happened in June. In June, you got a group of individuals that really couldn't understand what we were talking about when we talked about racism.
Right.
And because for them, it's been kumbaya for a minute.
Right.
Not always, but for the most part. And then you've got the George Floyd killing, which was, in no uncertain terms, a modern day lynching.
Right.
Because you got somebody with the full weight of their body. Now, I'm going to say this to you. When I operate on the neck, we see the carotid artery, and we handle it like you would handle a feather because you don't want to tear it. You don't want to compress it because somebody could have a stroke right there on the table.
Okay.
I can't imagine, Ivan, someone with their full body weight on that artery. Because I know what's happening. There is no flow.
Right.
There is no blood flow.
Right.
So,
right.
of course, he's going to be unconscious, and then he's going to be, apneic. He's not breathing. Because if you don't nourish the brain with that blood flow, then you can't regulate the center that says breathe.
Yeah.
So it was for me moving in so many ways, but what the joy was everybody was awakened.
Yeah.
Unfortunate awakening, but you understood that we are all in this together.
Right.
And to see the array of people, everybody of every color, of every age, walking the streets, peacefully protesting.
Yes, say it again. Right.
Peacefully protesting their civil right and really just making a difference. And
Right.
now we've just got to move from protest to progress.
There you go.
And we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
So, Doc, let me ask you this.
Let's go.
Like you ready? You
Let's
ready?
go.
What has been the hardest thing for you as a black woman in America to go from here to here? Now, I know there's been challenges.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing with me one of the challenges and how you got through it? Even if it was racism, even if it was you reaching that glass ceiling and busting a big ass hole through it.
Yeah.
What was it?
Wow. I mean, for so many of us, there are these moments, but probably the biggest moment for me was when I was 16 years old. My grandfather was a minister. He was preaching right over here at Union Baptist Church. And at the start of his sermon, he had a major heart attack in the pulpit and died right there. And so for my sister and I, we were young and we could do absolutely nothing to save someone who had been there for us. And granted, even if I was a physician, I may not have been able to do that. But what my takeaway was, I never wanted to feel that helpless again, especially for those that I love.
Wow.
And it's not just about family for me. Like,
Right.
I love my patients, and they know it. I mean, it's a love affair, and I don't have to know you for a long time to love you for you.
Right.
And that's what it has been for me. I mean, this service and this servanthood that I've been able to do in medicine, and then outside of that, I'm the president of the board at Kaumba Academy, so I see the Munchkins. I'm fighting for them on the front line. I'm on the board at the University of Delaware. I'm fighting for them. I'm a link. I'm an AKA. I get it. And so as long as there is breath in my body, I will fight for those who need it most.
Wow.
I'm there.
Wow.
I'm in it, 100%.
What message would you give to the Munchkins, one of your Munchkins,
Oh, my gosh.
or even a younger woman that's at a HBCU?
The equalizer in life is education. Full stop. You have got to educate yourself so that you can not only have a seat at the table, but at some point in your life, possibly set the table. And now is the time. We are literally rewriting history. And I listened to a sermon with one of my favorites. His name is Freddie Haynes. He's down in Dallas, Texas. And Freddie said, it's like this country baked a cake and forgot the sugar. And I'm just going to call it brown sugar. And so you have two choices. Either you sprinkle a little sugar on the cake that you've made, or you reconstitute that cake. The beauty of the young people in this country is they're getting ready to rewrite, bake a brand new cake. And I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all.
Doc,
Let's go.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
You
You're
got
amazing.
it.
But before we get out of here,
Let's go.
word association.
Okay, let's go.
All right. A couple words I'm going to say. You know the rules. I say them. You say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Got it.
All right. Car.
Oh, Porsche. Come on.
Did you see that new Titan?
Yes,
the
I
Taycan?
did. Yes. My sister is like one of the leading regional advertising agents for Porsche. She works down in Atlanta.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Shout out to Aisha.
Shout out to Sean Johnson. All right.
Sean Johnson, Brandon. Love them.
My guys are awesome. Okay, all right, let's get back. Okay.
Okay.
Favorite color?
That's a great, I'm going to say green.
Okay. Favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Favorite song?
Whew. I'm going to say If I Were Your Woman, Gladys Knight.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I could go to
Old
favorite
school.
year.
Oh. Favorite year, 1964.
Favorite attribute about a man.
Let's see. Shoes.
It's always the shoes. It is always
Don't forget
the
that. It's the shoes.
It is always the shoes. Favorite hairstyle.
Oh man, I love them all. I don't do it, but I love the all natural.
Education.
You gotta have it. Necessary is what I'll say.
Love.
All day.
Hate.
Can't stand it.
Happiness.
Love.
Joy.
Pain.
Suffering.
African Americans.
Dedication.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
It's your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town. This is my episode of Profiles here at DETV. For more profiles, stay tuned to DETVCH.com. And Doc,
Yeah.
can you give the website for the links?
Sure. It is WilmingtonDElinks.org.
And for more information for the links, make sure you go to WilmingtonDE
Links.
links.org. It's your main man. We are here at DETV doing some wonderful and amazing things in this city because this is where I'm from. We're here from Southbridge.
I love it.
And we love this city. So stay tuned. Congratulations to Trippy Congo and everyone else
yeah, Trippy.
Congratulations to Trippy Congo and everyone else that won. Let's get together and make this city an amazing city. All right? Love you guys. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Doc.
you got it.
Appreciate it.